Hi, so in today's video I'll be telling you guys about the forehand and backhand shots. These are the two most basic shots of a tennis player and they're essential to know. Every beginner starts with learning these strokes only. So here's how you play a forehand. So your forehand is always played with your more dominant hand. In my case, it's my right hand since I'm a righty, but for some it may be the left depending on who you are and what your dominant hand is. So the forehand is played with the Eastern forehand grip, which is a basic grip like this. Okay, so once you have your Eastern forehand grip in motion, you can start by taking the stance. So there are three stances as I mentioned before. There's the closed stance, which is like this. Both your feet are parallel in this stance. This is usually like a beginner player's first stance that's taught to them. It's comfortable to play and this is how you should essentially learn the game. Then there's a semi-open stance. It goes this way. It's not closed or not open. It's right in the middle as the name suggests. So this is the semi-open stance. And then there's an open stance, which is played this way. So it depends on your comfort, the placement of the ball, and you can choose the stance accordingly. So the forehand, the technique for this is once you have the Eastern forehand grip and the stance procured. So for a closed stance, you play this way. You make a small C while playing. Your hand can be in the air reaching for the sky, and suppose the ball lands here, you'll bend a little bit and you'll complete the shot at your left shoulder. Since I'm a righty, so I completed at my left shoulder. So I'll just show you the entire motion again. It goes like this. You form a C with your racket. You can hold your racket for support at first, and then once you catch it over your left shoulder, you can hold it with your non-playing hand also. Then there's a semi-open stance. The swing is mostly the same, it's just the footwork that changes. This is also played this way. It really depends on the placement of the ball. I'll show you the different types of stances while playing. And then for the open stance, you bend your right leg and you play this way. So there's obviously a lot of movement while playing this game and your stance will constantly change. It's not that you only have to follow one stance throughout your match or game, it can change. So now I'll show you guys how to hit a few forehand shots. Okay, so now I'll be showing you guys how to play. So you bend this way and then you complete it like I did. You bend, make a C and complete it. So your power can change throughout playing depending on your opponent, depending on the type. So your face, see now I use the open stance for this one. And the last one. Okay, so that was the forehand shot. Now I'll be introducing you guys to the backhand shot. So your backhand is played with both hands, your dominant hand and your non-dominant hand. But some players prefer to play it with their dominant hand. Also, you can play a backhand with one hand or two hands. That depends on you completely. So while playing this, there are also two stances, not three, like there were in the forehand. So there's a closed stance this way. I've kept my right foot, which is my dominant foot, of my dominant hand forward. The grip placement is not much. It's similar to the forehand only. But in this case, your dominant hand, which is my right hand, will be at the bottom, and my left hand, which is my less dominant hand, will be here. So I'll make a C similarly like I did for the forehand. My racket should always face downwards as it is now. So while playing, I'll bend a little bit and I'll complete my shot here. Then there's the open stance. So once you've made your stance, you'll bend here and you'll complete it like this. So this is when balls are kind of out of your reach or the ball's extremely wide. You can opt for this stance as it allows you to take a long plunge. So that's it for the backhand, and you use both your shots equally during a match depending on, but you can also convert your backhand to your forehand while playing. I'll show you guys that in the next segment. Thank you. Okay, so now I'll be showing you guys the backhand shot. Okay. Right, so you have to keep bouncing. This is the open stance. Alright, so you complete it here. That's it.